So not to be dramatic, but I feel like Chris Paul should maybe retire. I feel kind of bad saying that because I don't like to speak on anybody retiring or anybody's kind of like work situation and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, this is a public message. I'm not just saying this to my friends. Um, he's obviously had an incredible career and all that stuff, and I love Chris Paul as a player. Um, but outside of the fact that it's his 20th season and he's not really getting that much playing time anymore, and obviously he still has an important role to play on a bench and things of that nature. Um, I'm not going to get into the sort of basketball dynamics of how and why Chris Paul can be a helpful piece on an NBA roster. He probably still can be, despite the fact that he's not going to be getting much playing time and things of that nature because he's a savvy veteran who can do a lot of things from a leadership perspective in a locker room, and all that's really important. Although, it's debatable as to whether or not it's as important as actually having a player who can, use up those minutes in a productive fashion, or I should say, in a more productive fashion. But I think the real kind of the sort of the hidden subtext behind, let's say, or one of the hidden subtext behind the idea of any player retiring, but let's say Chris Paul in this case, hypothetically, is that NBA players, currently just have so much money on the line every season. So, it's understandable why a player would not want to retire. I mean, that's letting go of a lot um, of dollars, frankly, that are sitting there for, to be gobbled up by a certain kind of, by whoever that player might be. And I think that, every player has a right to do that kind of thing, obviously. And perhaps I would go and take that opportunity as well. Or perhaps I would, decide not to after I sort of, looked at the numbers and looked at my life and kind of made a decision about what was more important to me in the moment, the money, or the time with my family, as a matter of debate. But I think that the part I'm sort of highlighting here is the fact that these decisions are just going to be harder ultimately. And as player health and technology around health and things of that nature improves and contracts continue to skyrocket, we're going to see the best players more and more